Hello, my friends. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Monday. It is Monday. Yes, it is Monday. Let me see if I can reconnect because it's telling me that I'm not connecting. Okay, here we go. Today for the first time, I was actually questioning myself whether or not I was going to do this live video. And I said, you know what? The very reason why I'm questioning it, I should do it. I should do it. Hi, Madeline. How are you, my friend? Hi, gorgeous. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a whole lot that is happening in the world right now, and I'm choosing to be joyful. And this is my constant message throughout the last 4 weeks, both in my actions and in my quotes and in my message. Choose joy. And I didn't want to do this video because I honestly thought about the people, like, oh, what people are gonna say. And I say, that's the very first thing that I say. Don't worry about what people think or say. So you know what? No. We need to choose joy because we need to be the first ones to make that change and that positive impact in the world, to be that change that we want to see in the world. Be joyful, love. Yes, we gotta be joyful. We got to choose joy. We got to choose love because there is so much complaining and there is so much going on right now. For those of you who just got connected with me within the last few weeks, perhaps months, I've always been joyful because I learned from a very, 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 very early age that we only got one shot. And as long as we breathe and as long as we are alive, life is going to shift. Life is going to throw at us many challenges, many struggles, and it's up to us to learn from them. I'm always been a personal development junkie. At 16 years old, I read my first personal development book, and many of you have already heard me say the story. My dad gave me this book from Mr. Vincent Pell, The Power of Positive Thinking. So just imagine a 16-year-old girl reading that book, that grown-up book. That changed my life completely. Because there are two constants that I took away from that book. And the first one was, knock the tea out of canned. So there was nothing in the world that I believe wholeheartedly that I couldn't do. Every time I was faced with a challenge, I said, okay, I can do this. I can honestly do this. It was a challenge and a determination and a resilience to go through it and learn from it. And chances were, I always accomplished it one way or another because I had believed in myself and I believed and ingrained in my brain that I could do everything and anything in life. And the second thing, hi Christine, how are you, my friend? Canned, knock the tea out of canned. And the second thing that I took away from that book at 16 years old was the story. And again, some of you have heard me say it before. It was this guy who always complained and criticized about his life, his wife, his kids, his job, everything. And one day, Mr. Vincent Pell invited him to take a ride. He said, well, I'm going to take you to a place where there's no troubles, no challenges, there's nothing. And he took him to a cemetery. So at a very early age, I understood, I believed that life was that. Life was filled with shifts. That as long as I breathe, as long as I was alive. Hello, Nadim. How are you? Everything was possible. And life was filled with lessons. We choose. We choose to be happy. We choose to be miserable. We choose. We determined our reality, because every single moment, right at this second, right at this minute, we are creating our future. Choose joy. We cannot do anything with the world right now. Thank you, you too. There's nothing that we can do right now, but there's a lot that we can do with our world, with the way we think, with the way we feel, with the way we react towards the challenges that come at us. There's already a lot of disappointment and a lot of sadness. Let's be the change that we want to see in the world. There's nothing wrong with being happy. And I don't mean it to diminish the pain of others, because I know that there's genuinely pain right now. But we are blessed, that we are beyond blessed right now. We can be that change. We can bring that hope. We can bring that happiness that the world so much needs right now. Let's be the change. Let's be genuinely the change. We can shift our mindset. We can shift our thoughts. But the change starts within us. The change starts in us. And that will be reflected onto the world. And if we feel sadness, if we feel disappointment, if we feel discouraged, if we feel unmotivated, let's take a look in the mirror and say why and where those emotions are coming from. Let's understand why we're feeling that way and what we have done to create that emotion in our world. I invite you guys to be happy, to be joyful. 4 weeks ago, we were going through the hurricane, like many of you. And the moment I closed the door on my house, I just blessed it and say, you know what? We're gonna choose to be joyful. Right, Nadine? We're going to be joyful. And we took that opportunity to bond with the family, to have a good time, with friends. And many people said, you know what? You won't be able to come in for weeks. You won't be able to come into the States, to the state of Florida for weeks. It's going to be a mess. And thank God we didn't have any problem going up. We didn't have any problem coming in. And thankfully our home was intact. We choose. Despite of everything that is going on, we have the freedom to choose. We have the freedom to take every challenge, every lesson as that, and learn from it, and evolve and transform ourselves into that person that we were meant to be. Let's bring that positive message onto the world. Already there is a lot of negativity already for us to feed into that. Let's be the hope, and let's be the change that we want to see in the world, my friends. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. God bless you. Ciao.